I'm Chip Townsend, and this is the Team Chip Podcast. All right, guys, welcome back to the Team Chip Podcast. I'm super excited to be here with you today. I'm going to talk about something that might be a little bit challenging. Like it's going to be a little bit hard, possibly. It's being personal versus being personable, right? And my experience with this is, let me just explain. So personal means that we become buddies. Personable means that we have a good relationship, but it's kind of arm's length, this professional distance, right? And this is super important for martial arts school owners, operators, and instructors, really any entrepreneur a lot of times. So, I've never been this guy. Maybe I was whenever I was a teenager. I don't know. But I don't remember being this guy particularly. But when you find out you have a friend that owns a business and you go, oh, hey, buddy. Or you have a friend that works at McDonald's serving French fries and you're like, hey, man, can you hook me up with some fries? That's not cool. I mean, this is not cool at all. And so personable and personal, when you get too personal, the boundary gets gray and those things begin to happen more. I don't know if that makes sense, but so this is an issue, something I work with our instructor team, our leadership team, all of our guys, is make sure that we're always very personable, big smile, confident, friendly with everybody, but don't get too personal. Don't be best friends with everybody. And it matters. It matters a lot. I don't want it to be difficult for a student to know that boundary, right? And so I'll give you kind of the example. When this really hit me in the head, somewhere not long after we took over the school in 1995, I loved what we do so much, and I loved the kids and the students. And so I would be at the school all day, a lot of times twiddling my thumb, looking at the phone, just thinking, please ring, please ring, please ring. I was a dumb kid. I didn't know what to do next, right? And so the kids for the first class would start showing up sometimes like an hour before class time, right? And so what would I do? I would go back and we would play tag and freeze tag and we would kick bags and we played. And this was great. And I'll never forget this. One day, I've got, 15, 20 kids, a good group of kids. And I yell out, line up. And of course, if you're a martial arts school owner operator, hopefully you're familiar with that. That means it's time to get the class in lines and get structure going and get moving, right? Line up. And like two kids answer, yes, sir, kind of flat. And it hit me like a freight train. Something's wrong. Like, what's wrong? So I had to crack on the kids that day to get their energy up and to get them to respond and get through classes. Well, that night I'm sitting and I'm thinking about this. I'm like, gosh, what have you done, Chip? What's going on? Or what was wrong with the kids? My head's everywhere trying to figure out what happened, because usually the kids were, respectful, strong, disciplined, high energy. And that day was a struggle. And so it hit me. And I'll be honest with you, I don't remember if I talked with someone about it and they helped me to see this, but I just remember thinking, oh my gosh, these little guys think I'm their friend and they can't separate me being their friend and me being their teacher. And if I want to impact them correctly and do what I'm supposed to do at a high level, they have to know that I'm their teacher in that moment that I say line up. It's time to change the dynamic a little bit, and we're not friends. So it was an eye-opening experience for me. And I remember cold turkey, I quit going in and playing with the kids before class. And I would tell the kids, no running, no playing. You sit and wait for your class to start. And I would walk in, line the kids up, and the kids would rip. And it was great. So what I found, moderation, I would go in every now and then, and we would play some freeze tag. We would do stuff. We still played some, but I was much more cautious in befriending the kids because it made it difficult, not so much for me, but for them to separate that boundary of, this is not my big brother buddy. This is my instructor who's here to teach me, and I need to show them respect and respond and do what I'm supposed to do appropriately with high expectations in the martial arts class. So the point is personal versus personable. And we've had scenarios, I'm not going to really talk about any specific ones, where our instructors have become kind of buddies with a student. And then you look up and that student's showing up early and that student's asking the instructor for a little help before and after class. And it's like, hey, you realize that when you became buddies, now there's an expectation that you're their buddy. You're just going to kind of do for them. For us, we have a private lesson program. And so if you're going to be giving free private lessons to your friends, then it's unfair for those who choose to pay for private lessons, right? So we've had to have several talks with our team about being professionally personable versus the buddy, right? And so I just think it's important that we keep those boundaries separate. And by being personable, and again, I'll say it, friendly, big smile, welcoming, you love your people, but you're just not spending every waking minute with them. You're not going to the movies with them on the weekend. You're not doing this stuff because there's kind of a professional boundary there. But again, when you begin to do that, people lose their, protocol a little bit, for lack of better words. And all of a sudden it's like, oh, you're my friend now. Hey, can you work with me a little extra on this? Or can you show me that? Or, hey, can you make me a deal on that over there because it's in your business and you're my friend, right? And I want to qualify that comment right there a little bit too. Now that we've been entrepreneurs for many, many years and know what it's like to start a business, fail at business, to own multiple businesses, etc., we understand the power of when your friend opens a business, go be their best customer, not the person who's asking for a handout all the time from them. Because just because they open a business doesn't mean they have the bandwidth, the budget, whatever, to give you what you want, right? So be their best supporter, not their, kitty cat at the back door looking for milk every day, right? And so, it's just important that we, again, maintain this kind of professional, personable distance with our students. And, we're cautious. We have, and we do go eat with our students sometimes, or, post events, we'll all go eat at a big restaurant together. That stuff's great. But again, when the boundary gets gray, when it's, you're my friend, not my teacher or not my instructor or whatever that dynamic might be for you. So I just kind of wanted to throw this out there as kind of a quick episode to encourage you to maintain those boundaries, it helps to maintain decorum, professionalism, all these things when there's a kind of a professional distance between you and your students. And again, we have our instructors come over and we do, fight nights and stuff at our house. I mean, we do fun stuff. So I'm not saying we're total sticks in the mud, but when you do too much, again, things get gray and it gets difficult for people to know where the boundaries are. And life and expectations work a lot better when the boundaries are clear. So I just want to encourage you to kind of step back and look, do I have trouble with drama in my school or in my business sometimes because we are too personal with people and not maintaining a little bit of professional distance? Now, keep saying it. We love our people to death and we would do just about anything for them. And so that's not what this is about, but it is about maintaining some distance and not letting your boundaries get gray. Hope that makes sense and hope that helps. And if you have a story of a situation like this that you'd like to share with us, share it with us, put it in the comments, send it to us, private message us. We'd love to hear about it because this is an important issue, something that we all need to deal with, maintain that level of professional distance. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope you got some nuggets from it. See you on the next episode. Thank you for tuning into the Team Chip Podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget, subscribe, share, and or leave a review because we need you. We appreciate you so much. And without you, we can't make this happen. Remember, consistency is the key to success. So go out there and never be outworked.